The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Men and women have different approaches when it comes to resolving relationship conflicts, depending on their communication styles and how they express their emotions. Whilst women often tend to be more inclined towards openly expressing their emotions and discussing their feelings, men, on the other hand, may be more reserved in discussing and sharing their vulnerabilities within a relationship. Communication is an efficient tool in any relationship. When there is the absence of communicating what upsets a person in a partnership so as to resolve any conflicts, this can lead to an eventual breakup. Famous actress Blake Lively, in an interview with Glamour, opened up about the occasional disagreements she and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, experience. However, what stood out was how they approach conflict resolution. Their foundation of friendship plays a crucial role as they prefer to discuss their issues directly with each other. Lively highlighted that in past relationships, she would turn to her girlfriends or sister to seek advice when something arose. However, with Reynolds, their years of friendship before dating have fostered a unique dynamic. She treats him like a close friend, openly expressing her feelings and seeking guidance. "Hey, this happened. It upset me. This is how I feel. What do I do?" And he reciprocates with the same level of support. Another actress, Jessica Biel, and singer Justin Timberlake, a power couple in their own right, emphasize the significance of communication as well. Biel emphasizes the threefold importance of communication, communication, communication. For their relationship to thrive, they prioritize being honest about their emotions and needs, fostering an environment where they can express themselves freely. Biel recognizes that each relationship is unique, but their approach of open and honest communication has proven successful for them. The couple has been together for almost 16 years and have 2 sons. Singer John Legend and Chrissy Teigen are another celebrity couple who opened up about their relationship during a YouTube live chat. Whilst speaking about the hard parts of being in love and working together as a couple, both Legend, 41, and Teigen, 34, agreed that good communication is key to avoiding conflict. We have to communicate with each other just like every couple does. We fight sometimes, just like every couple does, Legend shared. "We have the same communication issues as other people," Teigen said, explaining that Legend loves to talk about scheduling and work, whilst she prefers to focus on something else during their time together. "It's just about being open." Legend admitted that he and his wife have different communication styles, though they've learned how to work around each other and know what works for one person versus the other. Some couples recognize the importance of the famous "we need to talk," whilst others just prefer to sweep their issues under the carpet. The fact is, communication is a vital component of successful relationships, even in the spotlight of fame. By openly discussing feelings and actively listening to each other, a couple can build strong connections and weather the challenges that come their way.
Hello, dear friends. Welcome to the Love Talk Show.
Let's learn the intelligent love.
And as you watch this video in the introduction of the show, so today we're going to talk about the famous "we need to talk." The famous "we need to talk." Does discussing the relationship help or hinder? And we have to discuss this here. So, how helpful communication is to a relationship, or do you think that we have to sweep it under the carpet? Well, by the way, babe, we came to the streets, right? Mm-hmm. And let us see now what people think about this idea. Let us watch now.
When confronted with the famous "we need to talk," what is your reaction? Are you ready for this? Or do you simply want to run away? We're here to find out the opinion of the people. Let's see what the word on the street is. The famous "we need to talk." Do you think that is important in a relationship?
I think it's very important to create a common understanding.
I'd think you were breaking up with me. That would like fill me with anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, talking is important, but I think
Yeah.
saying we need to talk
I
beforehand
think we have never
kinda
actually
implies
said
a
that.
negative.
Yeah.
I think you don't actually know what's going to come after that question, so I don't think it's important, no.
If I didn't say we need to talk, then we wouldn't need to talk. Like, it's obviously going to be something important.
When you start a conversation with your partner about the relationship, what is their reaction?
When I start a conversation with my partner, she tends to be defensive. She's waiting for some bad news and things, so I normally try to lower the temperature and say, look, this is a conversation, not a confrontation.
Sometimes he didn't speak and just turned his head and ignored me when he was in a bad mood.
Always pretty on board, I think.
Yeah, it's always good. So far,
We
so
love
good.
to talk about our relationship, like we do it a lot. And we don't really have to like intro it, I feel. We can just like say it.
I guess they get a bit flustered and a bit scared because it could be something serious, but most of the time it's not. I wouldn't get that flustered or scared about that question, but yeah, I think they do.
Who do you think usually takes the initiative to ask the other to discuss about the relationship? The man or the woman?
I think the woman does. I think when men get comfortable, they get pretty laid back and like they get comfortable in the situation. So as long as they're okay with it, they don't really make up too much of a stir. So I think it's usually the woman who's like, actually, babe, I don't like, we need to do this, we need to do that. And yeah, if the man's willing, he'll cooperate. And if not, then new man.
I think in terms of taking initiative to starting this awkward, difficult conversation, it probably just varies from couple to couple. In my relationship, it was always me.
The woman's, I think she's more vocal. The man's a bit more quiet.
I think the woman does. I think I'm quite a content guy, so when it comes to those kind of things, everything's fine, and I don't really need to put those questions out there.
When a problem or situation arises between the couple, do you think it is important to talk about this, or is it better to sweep it under the carpet?
I think, you got to talk about it, nip it in the bud early. The quicker you do it, the easier it gets. If you sweep it under the carpet, then it's just going to cause more problems in the future.
If there's a problem that arises, sometimes you can let it go. And if after a few days it's not causing any problems or angst, just let it go. Bygones are bygones. If it's remaining and being persistent and is growing, I think it needs addressing.
I think you need to talk with someone to understand where they're coming from, how they see it, and how to make sure that you're supporting them and making them feel comfortable.
It's very important to talk about it. My marriage broke up after 46 years, so it's very important. Don't sweep nothing under the carpet.
You've seen what the people on the street have to say about this. Now it's down to you. So make sure you leave your comment on the Love Talk show.
So yeah, we're not able to solve the problem when we engage in this like shouting, offending. What do you have to do instead? You have to learn how to have this communication. Have to know how to have this understanding. So in other words, when the other person, when your spouse is speaking, listen to what the person is saying to you. Instead, you go there and speak over what your spouse is saying. Because, yeah, when you do this, of course, there will be a moment that they're going to say, well, it's better to sweep the problem under the carpet than to continue this conversation. Because after a while, they get tired. They get tired of trying to engage in a conversation, and instead they are not able to solve the problem. This is why the best way for you to do this, to solve your problem, is by talking. Yes, you have to talk. Indeed, the couple have to discuss their relationship. This is the best way. We have to discuss the relationship. Have to talk. We have to have this moment.
Yeah, I can say about us, isn't it? In the I can remember in the beginning of our relationship, you like to talk with me. You say, "Oh, we need to talk," And when you say that to me, I was scared already. Oh my gosh, what have I done? And then you used to tell me what I was doing that was not pleasing you, that was not good for you. And I was there. As I didn't like to have this conversation, I always tried to run away. And he was talking to me and I was there.
Yeah, but it came to the point that I say, okay, after a while you get tired. You know what I mean? You get tired because you want to be there. You want to to talk to
solve
the person,
the problem.
to solve the problem, but the person is trying to run, because in this way that you used to react, or sometimes you start crying for no reason. Yeah. For no reason.
Yeah, I always want to be a victim, isn't it? And didn't solve as well.
And perhaps you say, but were you shouting? No, I was in a good mood, speaking correctly. But she was like to run from that conversation, start crying. So, and you get tired because you want to solve the problem, but instead you have to put it under the carpet.
Yeah, and we learned.
Yeah.
We learned how to solve these problems. Of course, we had a lot of conversation, of course. Today, we usually don't have much. We need to talk because we solved our problems.
We understand each other.
Yeah, now we learned how to solve it. But yeah, in the beginning it was hard because we need to talk. Sometimes I didn't like to talk.
And you have to understand one thing. When a couple does not know how to discuss their relationship will inevitably wear out. No way to run from this. If a person does not know how to talk, that's going to be the end of the relationship.
Yeah, we need to learn. We need to learn that relationship does not come ready. Don't think that you're going to meet someone and everything will be perfect. No, it will not. It will not. Relationship is something that we need to learn. We need to learn. I need to know what hurts you. I need to know what pleases you. I need to know if I'm doing good for you. Yeah. I need to know, because if I don't know, how can I do this?
And the best way to do this is in a good conversation. So one speak each time, if that makes sense. One speak each time. So while one is speaking, the other is listening, and then vice versa. So, but we cannot speak over the person, over what the person is saying, otherwise we get nowhere. Remember, when a couple does not know how to discuss their relationship, the problem they're going through, their relationship will wear out.
The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.